Ray, are you talking about so-and-so? I can't believe you would trash their name like this. You are the despicable human being. Hi my little Rays, it's Ray from Ray Studios, and today I'm going to be talking about the entire commentary community and my entire problems with it because I can. And if anyone just so happens to want to debate any of my points in this video, please do. But just for reference, you can't use dummy liberal or sensitive Sally or your art sucks LOL for an argument in this video. They will not be accepted. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. One of their hypocrisies is complaining about other people complaining on your own platform. Like, I get it. You can complain about whatever you want. That is normal. That is fine. But you can't complain about someone complaining when you are complaining about them complaining. That is the definition of throwing stones in a glass house. Like, just because you think that their problem is a first world problem does not mean they don't have a right to talk about it. Is it a small problem? Yes, but it's still their problem that they want to vent about. They don't need a valid reason to complain about it. They also like to complain about people dedicating their entire channel to criticize a different community and say that it's just rage bait and how it's so unoriginal. Which, like, my guys, isn't that what you guys are doing? Dedicating your channel to do this, that, and the third? Dedicating your channel to making fun of this minority or that? Like, if you need to make money, but don't try to drag people who do the exact same thing as you, only what they do is slightly more justified because they're complaining about people who discriminate against other people. We have seen many ways of these type of commentary creators' sense of entitlement. Feeling entitled to a Discord call so that they can get whatever bit of evidence that they can shred and confuse to their audiences. But I think the biggest case of people simply being entitled is the situation with a creator, and I hope I'm saying this right, called Chuli. This creator has been absolutely dog-walked and slanderized against everyone on the internet for years now, and the main reason was because a rando online decided your reaction to your abuser being taken down was inappropriate. Yes, you heard that right. A rando online decided that a 15-year-old's response to their abuser being taken down was inappropriate, so they lied and slanderized their name for years and years to come. And then when they are finally called out for their absolutely abhorrent behavior, their fans want to stand up on a high box and say, "They apologized, get over it." Like, why is it always on the victims to, as Elsa would say it, let it go? Why is it on them to just forgive the person who dragged their name through the mud and not on the person who literally dragged their name in the mud in the first place? So yeah, that's my opinion on that. A victim of this type of treatment should be able to talk about it till the cows come home. And before any of you ask, but what if the person who dragged their name apologized? 9 times out of 10 when it comes to these commentary channels who go after the popular opinion instead of actually doing any research don't mean their apology. They're just doing it because by some stroke of luck, enough fans got through to their thick skulls. Speaking of the rare phenomenon that is these people being called out for anything, a funny phenomenon I have found when it comes to these type of creators is that they really can't handle their own poison. For example, they are notorious for calling other people sensitive. You don't like that people are misgenderizing you after years of feeling like a freak in your very own body? Sensitive. You don't like the fact that you had to cut your beautiful long hair because your white parents didn't care to learn how to take care of your naturally curly hair? You're sensitive. But strangely enough, When anyone hits them with the same animosity, the same aggression, they're the first ones to turn into a crying, blubbering baby and scream, "Harassment! Harassment! They're harassing me! They're spreading lies about me! Attack!" And before any of you say, "That's not fair, Ray, they can't control what their fans do." And yes, you would be correct in that situation. They can't control what their fans do. That would be the case if they didn't actively flex about how their fans are deranged. Yeah, that's another thing I learned while researching for this video. It's kind of like a flex to call out how your fans are deranged and how you don't even need to say much before they pounce on the person you don't like. So you're telling me you want me to believe that while you are actively slanderizing and shedding lies about other people's names, and you knowing that your fans are a wee bit deranged, that you didn't, quote, want them to do anything about it? Yes, absolute sense. That makes 100% all of the logic here. Yes, I gave a pyromaniac gasoline and matches, but I didn't want them to set any fires or anything. But the thing that really makes me mad is on the off chance that they actually do get called out for their actions and get told that their manipulation of their young audience isn't okay. They like to go, actually, because I didn't tell my fans to directly harass or do any of the things that they did, that means I cannot be held responsible for their actions. If a fat person says that being obese and being able to barely walk is healthy, then it's their fault that other fat people feel like it's okay. But if your fans dock someone because of what you said, it's not your fault and they're their own people with their own free will. And look, I'm not saying that being so obese that you can barely walk without assistance is healthy, but it's the rules for thee, not for me attitude that this is perpetuating. Like, how hard can I bend this excuse before you finally all say enough's enough? Yes, officer, I did lie to my mentally deranged and possessive friend that my partner was going to unalive me if I came back home, gave them a weapon, and blocked all the exits so that the person couldn't leave the house, and gave the other person a spare key so they could enter it more accessibly, but I didn't specifically say to do it. And don't think that I'm just going after the commentary creators. Nah, you fans need to get dunked on too. I'm gonna say this nice and slow that you can all understand me. You ready for it? Let these guys get criticized. Let them be criticized. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, but at some point, it just gets to too much of a point. It's too much at this point. They have done so many horrible things, you've already let them get away and get popular off of slurring. The very least you can do is criticize them when it matters. You know what happens when you constantly defend and never criticize the creator? You get just a robot who thinks he can do the bare minimum and never get called out for it. We get people like Reef who are so confident that they can never be touched that they show soft corn in their thumbnails. Okay, that's what you get. This is what we get, and you want to know why? Because you wouldn't let them be criticized for small things, you wouldn't let them be criticized for big things, and now the only way you can get these absolute jerkwads on blast or get them criticized for anything is if they commit a crime. And even then, wasn't there a creator that was literally outed for being an abuser and he had such a massive fan base that everyone just swept it under the rug? So yeah, let them be criticized. In conclusion, fans, let these guys get criticized, and to all the slop commentary channels out there that don't do any research before ruining people's lives, you should probably take a page out of Ponder Sprocket's book. I think it would help you greatly. But anyways guys, that's it for today's video, and thank you for listening to my long-winded ramble about why I don't like the commentary community. Right now on screen, you should see the art that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks. including the individual frames that I use for each character. And if you liked today's video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more of these long-winded rants. But that's all I have for today. See you all next time. Bye-bye!